Yeah, what's up again, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? Welcome into our third race of the night, and again, yet another big one here. There's the music. Haha, finally. Knew it was going to kick in. Like I was saying, though, welcome into our third race of the evening here. On the left-hand side, we got NYVideogamefreak, who is actually leading the AFC East, because I know where the Jets play, totally. But he's leading the AFC East at the moment. Technically, he's trailing Trainwreck JP by about half a game, because Trainwreck did already win this week. But he'll be playing Rumn, who is your Baltimore representative from the AFC North on the right-hand side. And again, these two will be racing the best 2 out of 3 down through the womb 2. And whoever kills off Mom's Heart first is going to get a point added to the bottom of the screen there. Excuse me, sorry about that again. On the way down, there's 7 banned items. Nobody's allowed to pick up. God damn it, that was not the right button. Hold on, sorry. There's a link to get into both of their channels, though, so that'll get you a way to... I was going to jump to that next anyways. There's a way to get into both of their channels right there. So go say what's up to BOILeR and to Rumn. And again, 7 banned items. Nobody's allowed to pick up on the way down. Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. Again, we'll get to reasons why on all those should we see any of them. But again, most glitches outlawed on the way down. They all know these rules. And again, if you guys are ready to go and you want to fire a few shots around the room to let me know, we'll get this countdown going and we'll get you guys started. And it looks like they're both good to go, so let's do this countdown. And again, best of luck, guys, in 3, 2, 1. And good luck to you both. Again, we'll do it best 2 out of 3 through the womb 2. Freak going to look to maintain his lead in the AFC East. And being that Logcat lost just in the previous race, we're going to see if Rumn can move himself a little bit closer up to the top of the AFC North. And again, they're off and running, so Freak with 10 bombs actually going to reset that, believe it or not. Interesting. I may have considered taking those bombs right off the bat, but he'll hope for something a little bit better. All spare lulls and gifs. So nothing too special yet on either side for these guys. Excuse me. Oh, well, there goes that whole nothing special for these two guys. Jesus, are you kidding me? Basement 1, Curse Room, Sacred Heart. So that's the thing that happened. Rumn has got a hell of a build now. Homing shots, huge damage up, and not huge right off the bat, but it's nice damage up. And you get any more damage on these things, oh my god, the damage multiplier. So blood rights as well, that would injure you to injure everything in the room. Rumm will leave that behind, just keeping the hearts that he's got, though. And again, on into his first boss fight, Larry Jr., and the green version for that. Wow. Oh, these god items in the curse room. Holy Grail showing up for NYVideogamefreak, so he's got flying. And again, I also added 1 heart onto him, so he's got 4 red hearts total now. So interesting items already here. This is going to get kind of fun, methinks. We might see a kind of cool build, guys. So again, another item room and boss fight on Freak's side as well. A little bit of range up for Rumn. Actually, not a bad thing with Sacred Heart. And he'll be moving on down to his second floor. Saint, and we're like, holy shit. Yeah, Eve's dead bird, definitely not the greatest thing. If Freak were to get hit, that'll spawn a dead bird flying around the room, injuring anything that it happens to fly into. It'll be on to his first boss fight, which will be Monstro. And again, Rumm looking at his second item room already. Yeah, I'm going to say Saint's correct on this one. Yes, you are. Alright, second item room for Rumn. How about it? Able, questionable, but hey, it's a little more damage up. He'll do the exact opposite of what you do, whether that's movement or shooting. If you shoot up, he shoots down. Move up, he moves down, so on and so forth. Alright, let's see those yes crowns. Pageant Boy on Freak's side will give him a little bit of coinage. And he'll be on down to his second floor. Again, Rumm into his second boss fight already, fighting Widow. There you see that chunking of damage. Widow especially has got very low health. So that's going to be a pretty quick fight on his side. Alright, speaking of those yes crowns, let's get another one. Rumn picked it up too, so both at about, Rumn at 10 cents and Freak at 7 cents himself. Rumn on down to the caves, getting himself an XL floor, so 2 caves floors combined together into 1 on Rumm's side here. Again, Freak with that Eternal Heart sitting in the middle of the room. He'll be back for that at the end of the floor. If he takes that onto the next floor with him, that's a full Red Heart container increase. First things first, though, he needs a key to get into that item room. I did not see that door on the left side, and I thought for a second Freak was in another dead-end room and that there was no boss fight attached here. I was about to freak out for a second. Did not see that door, but we're all good. How about more money? Rumn up to 40 cents now. God, he would kill for money equals power at this point. But 40 cents on Rumm's side as he picks up the other quarter. Again, no key to get into that store, but makes the store quite a viable option from here on out for him. Although, I'll bet you anything... that is probably greed in the store, because that technically counts as... Seriously, with the holy items? But that technically counts as the caves too, so that will be greed in the store. Thank you. Again, though, holy items once again showing up. Freak in another curse room saw the Bible, so let's see, those no Bibles. Those are banned because that would one-hit kill both Mom's Foot and Mom's Heart. So banned just for that reason in the league. Kenny got to re-roll that because look, you can do that with the banned items, so your D6 does come in handy against a few things. Freak re-rolled it into the Scapular, not the greatest, not the worst. If he gets down to half a red heart, 1 full blue Soul Heart will spawn for him. So definitely handy if you get low on health. Hey Mel, how you doing? It's funny that Spaz woke up to me saying that. Hey, we finally got a curse room without a god item in it. That's the first this... Well, okay, but we got telepills out of there if nothing else. So Rumn on over to the other side of the floor at the moment. And again, he'll have a second item room and 2 boss fights back-to-back to look for. Yeah, a little bit more speed up on Freak's side. Not the greatest thing again, but he'll take it nonetheless. So we'll keep moving on. Back over to where his boss fight was. He already took it out, though, so he'll be on down to his caves one. Excuse me, your cat. Sorry for the yawns, guys. 13 hours yesterday took it out of me. Alright, so Freak's still with no key. Also at that store right there, but again, no way to get into it yet. Oh, that sucks, Mala. Holy crap. Yeah, no kidding. What was the giveaway, out of curiosity? Oh, excuse me, man. A little bit more range up on Rumm's side. That'll be the second time he's gotten a range up item to this point. So again, Sacred Heart more than making up for that, but again, not necessarily what you're looking for. Oh, if only I like coffee, Shizzy, if only. Oh, excuse me, God, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, allergy medication and 13 hours of casting will whoop you sideways. I'm so sorry for yawning. Anyways, Rumm's found both of his back-to-back boss fights, and again, already got both of the item rooms off this floor, too. And again, Freak in his caves one, just looking for the boss fight himself. So technically speaking, looking for the room that Rumm's in. Rumm's gonna clear full on a floor ahead after he gets through this one, though. What's up, Spoon? How you doing? Actually, this is one of the few times Mysterio makes a good point. Cat o' Nine Tails is actually a really good item when you have Sacred Heart, because otherwise your tears move slow. But if you got that shot speed increase, that's a huge help for those tiers. Rosary on Freak's side, I would say that would give you more chance of seeing the Bible almost, well, actually it would because he didn't pick it up. But if you were to go into a store now for Freak, for example, you're probably going to see the Bible in there. So may have another way to reroll an item if you were to go into a store. Alright, the second boss fight will be Pestilence on Rumm's side. Got a little bit of health up off the first one. This will wind up giving him a cube of meat to orbit around and blocking shots. Alright, so there's that cube of meat. Like I said, I'm going to be moving on down to his depths now. So Necropolis is the expansion version of the floor, and he's got himself a full floor and, we'll call it a floor and a half a boss fight lead. And last little bit of health here on Shove on Video Game Freak's side. There we go. One more enemy to take care of. You see the dead bird actually doing some work. Not a whole heck of a lot, but some. Yet another god room. How about all the god items? So the miter now on Freak's side is going to give him a 50% chance that any red heart that spawns will actually be a blue soul heart, and therefore much easier for him to pick up. This fucking chair, man. The funny part, those aren't connectors that are making that noise, which I have no idea why the hell it's doing that, but if I move at all, it makes that noise. Excuse me again. Dang. Alright, Mini Mush on Freak's side again. That room, log. That room. Well, that's the thing. Come on, green guy. There you go. Thank you, green guy. About damn time. That's what Rumn was waiting on, by the way, if you guys are wondering what the hell he was waiting for there. That's the room that basically killed off, Pokedude's run. Except he got none of the green guys that actually shot those explosive tiers out so that he could get into the middle. So that's the exact room that, well, not the exact, it would have been two red guys in the middle. But pretty much the exact thing that ended Pokedude's run earlier. So one of them trolling rooms are showing up yet again. There's been one in every match tonight. Alright, a little bit more health on Rumm's side. Again, really useless space use item there in the Notch Pickaxe. That would basically be the ability to stomp over one rock per room that you used it in, and very slow respawn timer on it. So definitely a useless item. I'm gonna go back and find his item room here, it looks like. What's up, Guard? How you doing? Welcome home from work. How you doing, man? My cat's taking up my entire footrest now. You bastard. I just put my foot forward and caught this, like, ball of fur. Like, well, I guess I'm not putting my leg up on the chair rest anymore. You know, something occurred to me. Doesn't Freak have actual Eve's dead bird as well? Or was that another run? But I was going to say, because he's also got Eve's bird foot, so I think I just saw that Eve's bird foot glitch out into the other one, so I'm not sure. He may actually have both out there. That's kind of weird. I never considered that. Another thing we'll have to check out. So week 14, we're just adding on to the stuff we have to myth bust. Alright, so I'm coming across that item room. Hell of a room to be in, though. Yeah, that'd be the problem. That would room. So Rumn down and back to the beginning. Alright, so Freak 5 minutes boss fight here at the end of Caves 2. Alright, so PhD on Rumm's new run here. And again, that'll give you nothing but good and or neutral, well, you can't get both, but you get the idea, good or neutral effects off of any pill, plus it'll tell you exactly what it is when you pick, well, not the second you pick it up, but it will tell you what it is over time. I think it's every, I want to say it's like 100 and some odd frames you get a chance that it actually reveals to you what it is. On that note, he's also fighting famine, so we all know what to do. If you guys would. Alright, Gertie finally out of the way for Freak. We'll just worry about the rest of the enemies in the room here. Indeed, that's a normal Eve's dead bird, so without question, both of them actually spawned in that other room. That's kind of interesting. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so a little bit of health up and shot speed increase for Freak, and he'll be moving on down to the depths himself. Rumn wants no part of that challenge room. He had the virus in there, which would have been poison touch. Oh god, how about Super Envy on Freak's side? Ouch. Alright, Super Meat Fan for Rumn is going to give +1 to all of his stats except for -1 to his speed. Oh, this would have been so bad for Freak if he didn't split up all the Super Envy heads at the exact same time, so that's basically the worst way you can go through that fight. You want to get one of them out of the way as quick as you can and then worry about splitting the other ones, otherwise that happens to you. And good morning again, random cat meow. Alright, I get my footrest back, yes! Total winning. Ah, so much better. Yeah, Freak's got Eve's dead bird and the bird foot, so 2 different birds that can show up if you get hit. And I was thinking I saw that the other room. That room, I guarantee that I saw it, because there were definitely 2 birds flying around there, so without question, both can enact at the same time. And once again, we'll call it that room, although 8 bombs for free in there. Thank you very much. Freak had 0 going in there. If he wasn't able to fly, that room would have screwed him. So for the 4th time tonight, we have seen a room that would have screwed one of our racers. One of them has. Oh, excuse me again. He did that earlier, Mala. He did that the second that I woke up today. His favorite thing to do is, like, the second that I wake up, he'll go grab a couple bites of food and then just immediately puke twice. Excuse me, God, alright, so, oh, God dang it. Guardian Angel on Freak's side, you guys gotta stop giving me 13-hour days of races, you're killing me here. Next Sunday, by the way, I hate you all for. For those that don't know, next Sunday, all the way from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. And that's not counting how long the 2 a.m. race is. If we don't fill up more of the charity marathon slots, I don't even sleep week 14 either. Doesn't matter, there's a race right after yours anyways, Bystro. One way or the other, I'm on for 12 hours that day, minimally. Oh wait, and I forgot the hour pregame show. 14 hours. Alright, so Monster 2 dead. We got a little bit more health up for Freak, and we'll be moving on down to the depths too. excuse me again, automatic, or I should say immediate arcade on him. So very, very nice find there. He's going to be able to hopefully get some of that health back. Speaking of health, a little bit more for Rumn. He's also got that Sun card for the full map reveal, damaged everything in the room, and red heart heal. Alright, Guppy's head for rubbing that cursor. Excuse me, yeah, what a... Oh, man, allergies, Jesus. Oh, that hurt. Anyways, one of the pieces of Guppy that'll wind up spawning anywhere between 4 and 6 attack flies for you in the room that you're using it in. Again, that'll recharge every room as well, so lots of nice damage up there. Alright, Rumn on into a steps 1 boss fight. Gonna get Gish here, and so little Gish will be the reward as always. Shooting out Tartiers, it'll slow down both the movement speed and shot speed, if anything. And let's get another Judgy, please, on Freak's side. See if you can't pull something useful out of here. Maybe a good way to replace your D6? Something? Judgment card is good. How about another Judgy? Oh, wow, weird place for that. Good thing he doesn't have to worry about actually working his way out of angles. That could have gotten kind of interesting. Really? So, double, really? Okay, so no matter what, even if a second item pops out of this other Judgy, whatever... God damn. Really? So, how about those two totally crap items? The Bible showed up again, by the way, so let's get the no Bible once more. Unbelievable. Oh, but the Bible and the holy water, just bleh and bleh. And then, of course, the Bible re-rolled into Kamikaze, which has killed all but 2 of our racers this year. So those were pretty craptastic items out of that Judgy. I was gonna say, Freak might actually think about holy water here. Yeah, he might as well, I guess. I like how it actually turned Isaac's head into Brother Bobby for a quick second as a nice little glitch. That's what would happen if you had any normal followers behind you. And Freak doesn't have any, though. You notice as holy water will spill, I should say, as you get hit. And leave that blue puddle behind. Anything walking through it will take some damage. there's a way to replace your D6. Tammy's head will recharge every room and fire out in all directions. There you see. And that'll take on all of your shot, like damage and things of that nature. So let's say that you've got freeze effects on there with Mom's contacts. So does Tammy's head. It's kind of nice. Again, it's got its moments. It's not like the all-around most useful item ever by any standards, but it is darn nice. Ooh, Freak actually missed everything with Tammy's head on that one. Didn't have quite enough range on his tears, it seems. Alright, Relic, far better item to pick up here. Finally, something of decency for Freak. Oh god. Let's all say hi to Edmund and Florian over on the right side for Rumn. Oh god, that boss fight. That mini boss fight, for that matter. But again, every 4 rooms now that Freak clears out, we'll get 1 blue soul heart spawn, so a little bit more health up for his. I love Tammy's head, honestly. I think that's really, really useful. And again, if it would pick up stuff like, hey, I've got Brimstone. Alright, 8 Brimstone directional. I'd really love the thing, but again, that'd probably be total and complete overkill, and I don't ever see that getting added, really, but, you know, we could wish. See, left hand that Rumn is now holding onto will have a better chance of spawning red chests at the end of rooms, and also in rooms, for that matter. He's back up to his full heal. Freak has found his mom's foot fight. I said it right. He's also got a half an Eternal Heart with him, that again, if he gets that onto the next floor, would actually become his 8th red heart container. There you see Rumn going to go ahead and use that sun card for damage to everything in the room. You get to see his entire map as well right now. And Freak on into that mom's foot, getting regular Grey Mom this time, so nothing too scary about her. And let's see, store for Rumn means 1 range uphill. Not the greatest, might as well buy the bomb as well. And again, no more stores, so the Steam sale pretty damn useless on Rumm's side, so that would have made everything in stores half off from here on out. And again, there are no more stores that Rumm's ever going to find, so nothing else that he can spend money on where that Steam sale would actually come in handy. Oh god, imagine Brimstone and Loki's horns. Yes, please? Please? Please, 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 can I have that? That sounds great. Anything with Brimstone with multiple shots of it. Same thing like with a knife, for example. Like, Mom's knife and having Loki's horns or something. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. Alright, so item box on Freak's side. 1 of everything. So 1 bomb, 1 heart, 1 coin. Lucky foot in this case. I'm sorry, the luck toe. Let me try that again. Let's see, what does he want? High Priestess is a damn useful card. He's going to take that with him. That'll bring down Mom's foot to stomp on anything. Again, very nice use of Tammy's head right there, clearing out quite a bit of that room for Freak. And again, Tammy's head's quite useful. You just got to use it in the right spots. And again, you get it every single room, so why not at least try? That's exactly what Freak's doing, putting it to its fullest potential here. Ooh, only got 1 that time, though. Again, you gotta get kinda lucky with it that some of the enemies don't just move directly out of the way, but still, very nice item. I'd take Quad Brim. Yeah, please. I'd take a fan of knives like my rogue in World of Warcraft with, like, Mom's knife and Quad Shot or something. That'd be sweet. How about this even better? Technology 1, Polyphemus, Wiggle Worm, Loki's horns, and Tammy's head doing all those things for you in 8 directions. How much fun would that be? You wouldn't even see the screen, it would just be a laser. Isaac with the freaking lasers, man. That I'd like to see. You know, Bystro makes a good point. Lots of enemies have double Brimstone. Why the hell can't I? That's a really good point you make there, sir. And again, you see Rumn, by the way, is fighting blue version of Mom's Foot, so you see all these expansion level enemies spawn throughout that fight. So everything from little butt lickers like you see there, the splitting spiders, whether that be the split version like you see, or the ones that actually do the split themselves. Mini greed heads, all sorts of just nastiness in this fight. And again, Rumn down to just, that's getting a little close, Down to just half a heart there. There you go. So he had Horror Babylon enacted. He still will, unless he picks up that other red, and indeed he will. So you pull a right, if he gets down to half a red heart, will spawn, a 5-second damage shield for Rumn if he ever were to get hit. And again, both on the Womb 1 at this point. Rumm's got the expansion version of it, though, in the Utero, so hell of a comeback on his side after having died a little bit earlier on, too. Keep that in mind. So there's been a death on Rumm's side, and he's still on the same floor now that Freak is. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mom's Eye and Brimstone? Dude, Zwicky, I'd be on that in a heartbeat. I'd be on that like a pig in slop. To quote the one pickup line that I have heard my dad use, that amazingly almost worked, was, God, if you weren't married, I'd be on you like a pig in slop. And I don't know why the fuck he used that, but it almost damn well worked. Which I was like, Jesus, Dad, what are you doing? Like, what? I didn't think it would work. Just don't. She's married, man. And I always remember that, and I've used that ever since, because it's freaking hilarious to hear. Actually, he's told me stories about other pickup lines that have gotten him flat out slapped, too, so... My dad's got an odd sense of humor, much like myself, and sometimes we don't think about what we say before we do it. Alright, back down to that half heart. You see also the 5-second damage shield enacting on, and again, as soon as you walk into the next room, that is gone, mind you. But Rumn with the Horror Babylon damage once again, so damage up on his side even more so. But again, just that half a heart, and as soon as he gets any sort of heal, that goes away. I take that back, any sort of red heart heal, and that would go away. If he gets blue hearts, it stays active. And yeah, Bystro makes a darn good point, too. Like, keep in mind, Rumm's first item on this new run was Super Meat Boy Superfan, which means that he got speed down right off the bat. Oh, that screwed him. That spider just like, oh, look, an enemy, woohoo, and just ran straight over to him. That was evil. Excuse me. But like I was saying, with the speed down right off the bat, that was damn impressive, too, to keep up with that. Alright, so Gemini taking a lot of damage there to that holy water. How's up, Fate? How you doing, man? It became less successful when we took away the chloroform. Bystro. Oh my god. So there's that relic spot on a soul heart for Freak. He's gonna check for a secret room here. No such luck. Wow, about another dead end up here. So, well, I guess we know about where that boss fight is for Freak. Speaking of Wiggle Worm, how about that for Rumn? So a little bit of fire rate increase, and you'll see him actually shoot out in the kind of a snake-like fashion, if you will. That's the naming on it. Alright, a little more health on both sides, a little bit more money in there at Secret Room. Not really going to be that useful for Freak. And there's that boss fight finally showing up. Knew it had to be around here somewhere. There wasn't anywhere else it could be. So, nonetheless, Freak fighting his boss fight. And again, after he finishes that off, he'll be back for that half-white Eternal Heart in the room previous to this. That'll get him a full red heart container on the way down to the womb, too. Speaking of hearts, how about another soul heart in the middle of the room? On to, oh god, the bloat fight. Ugh. 4.5 hearts bloat fight. Thank God he can fly. Because Freak's gonna need it. That somewhat low damage, that's gonna play something in here. That hurts. The hell was that? Random pop-ups. How I hate you. Right in the middle of a room, too. It's a good thing that didn't happen a little bit earlier for Rumn. Jesus. Alright, Eve's Dead Bird finally doing some work over there on Bloat, and Freak's just going to stay over on the far bottom side here. He's going to make the Bloat jump down to him. That bird can do all the work for him for all he cares. Alright, one more, two more ticks. There we go. A little bit of health up. How about another God Room on Freak's side? Because we haven't seen enough of these yet. Could it be? Okay, good enough. How about +1 to all stats with the Halo? I was expecting the Sacred Heart, honestly, in that room. I'll be real honest with you. I thought for sure Freak had gone through every God item on this run, but no, he hadn't. So one more remained there, and he got the Halo, so +1 to all stats, and he's on down to the womb, too. Another immediate arcade for him, and he's got tons of money, too, so this is perfect timing for Freak. And speaking of perfect, how about, well, it doesn't get you the health, but the crown of crap, if you will. So Skatolik, or Skatol, depending on which way you want to say it, for Freak. Gonna drop this other Tempest machine and probably just bomb right through him, looking for some health back. You might actually be considering playing him. I think that's the consideration right here. We've seen Freak have some good luck. Unfreaking believable. Wow. I was gonna say, we've seen Freak have some good luck with blood machines before. One use, blood bag. Video Game Freak, second time this year he has done that. Unbelievable. Health up and speed up again on Freak's side, but are you kidding me? One use, he thought about that too. Like, yeah, you know what, I've got good luck with these. Went ahead and did it, and then in the next room, buttless job. So, just what, you've got to be kidding me. Unbelievable luck on Freak. Like, seriously, buy me a Powerball, like, buy me a couple of Powerball tickets. You and Vendrit both need to be buying me these from across the country from each other, and maybe I'll win. Jesus. Alright, so double luster. Freak's going to make sure that Tammy Set actually does some work here. Ooh, look at this. How about Guardian Angel doing the entire kill? Freak doesn't even need tears in this room. How's this for a method, guys? So again, Guardian Angel will definitely do some damage, and you're watching it be done right here to double lust, as Freak doesn't even have to move. That is a great way to do this for him. Beautiful move right there. A couple of soul hearts increased, and he's looking pretty damn good on health at this point. Got that Guardian Angel carry. And again, flying, huge, huge, huge help. But once again, if not for that, he'd be having Lust chase him around the room. He's got plenty of speed, but you definitely don't need that at the same point. Alright, so Rumn actually getting a key out of the room that he needed it to out of exploding that machine, and winds up with a Book of Shadows, so 12 seconds of invincibility anytime he uses that. No kidding, Bystro, that was ridiculous. Like, oh, let's have 4 luck up pills out of Mom's pills bag. Like, what? How is that a thing? But it was. Bystro did that this week. Alright, so there's that 12 seconds of invincibility with the Book of Shadows for Rumn. And, you know, it's not a bad decision, honestly. It's kind of a tough call. Do you take Mom's Pearl for more chance of Soul Hearts? I think Freak's good enough on health at the moment, though. He's going to take Isaac's Head, which, again, that quote-unquote follower with base damage tiers is a trinket. Speaking of Soul Hearts, might as well grab another one here, as Freak's, Relic actually spawned one for him. And Green Blow just about dead on Rumm's side. And out of bombs, so that Mr. Mega kind of not going to help him too much anymore here. So Rumn will be looking for a way to add to his bombs. Also gets to add to his damage and Devil Deal chances with that pentagram. Wow, how about this? There would have been one room to clear. If Freak just would have gone over to the left immediately at the start of this floor, he would have been one room away from his boss fight in the womb, too. That's a hell of a spawn point right there. That's bizarre. That definitely don't happen much, but again, pretty short womb floor. He had to clear quite a bit of it, but even so, Freak looking at his mom's heart fight here. Alright, so Freak on into Mom's Heart looking for that 1-0 lead here. Alright, so no more bombs on Freak's side, so he's going to have to take out all these enemy spawns himself, and again, add no damage up throughout the run, so it's going to be a bit of a battle of attrition, but he'll get through this. Just going to be some time. Alright, so there's some proof right there on Freak's side, by the way. Poop is not totally useless, and you may actually want to knock some of it down from time to time. He actually got a soul heart out of one of them. So again, proof. That item not totally useless. Huggies called Casper. I'm gonna keep pointing that out. Called Casper. He wants to rep Team Poop. Who else would do it? Just Casper. Who else but Casper? He's Casper. We can rename, or redo the song Shoop into Poop. You know the one I'm thinking of, too. You know you've heard it. Yeah, that one. Yeah, see, now Casper's thinking about this one, isn't he? See what I've done? Do you see what you've done? Alright, so Video Game Freak to the point where it lives will stay out the rest of the time here in this Mom's Heart fight. And again, he'll be able to direct damage her the entire way through here. It lasts a little 20%, maybe 15% or so to go. Again, Rumn making yet another valiant comeback here. Third time he's been to the depths 1 on this, so crazy amount of floor coverage on Rumm's side, but going to be too little too late. Freak down to that last little bit of health to take care of here. And there you go. As soon as that way up, how about another Soul Heart spawn just for craps? But as soon as that way up to Cathedral, but I didn't say Shale this time, and the way down to Shale open up, you know you got yourself that win. So 1-0 lead on Freak's side, and again, he'll be looking to get a 2-0 victory here. Rumm's going to look to even this up in 1 apiece. We'll be right back in about 2 to 3 minutes, though. Give it about 2, actually. And we'll be right back on the other side of that, and we'll get round number 2 started up. So here's a link into both of their channels. Go hit them both up and say good job. Be right back in a few minutes, guys. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear. Just about to start up round number 2 here. So as you can see, we got NYVideogamefreak on the left-hand side, leading 1-0 right now over Rumn. Oh, excuse me again. So we'll get round number 2 started up momentarily here. Oh, excuse me. All right, it looks like they're both good to go here. So if you guys want to fire a couple shots around the room, let me know that you're good to go. We'll get this thing underway, and we'll race down through the womb 2 once again. Freak will be looking for a 2-0 win, and I'm going to look to tie it up at 1. So here's Freak good to go. Oh, excuse me again. All right, and Rumm's good to go too. So let me do a countdown for you guys, and we'll get this thing started in 3, 2, 1. And whenever you hear that, feel free to take off, and good luck to you both. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry for the hiccups, guys. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. So we got Forever Alone Attack Fly on Freak's side. Ooh, just got out of the way of that poop fly, by the way. So he's going to have that Attack Fly doing some damage for him. And another decent start. We've seen that be very useful. We got Crack the Sky for Rumn. That's going to bring down 5 to 6 random beams of light throughout the room that'll injure anything that walks through them, except for you. So again, unlike Conquest, who can injure himself with those beams of light, you can just walk right on through them and dilly-dally in the flowers if you want to. They ain't gonna hurt you.
Alright, so Freak the first on over to his boss fight, and Rumn literally seconds behind, and we got dual pins going on. So, ooh, Freak just missing with the timing on that bomb. So did Rumn, for that matter. Second that pin disappears into the ground like that, and the last little bit closes up, drop that bomb, wait for him to show back up, and then he'll basically move as soon as he shows back up, because he's going to move right directly at you. Ooh, there you go. That's how you get crack this guy to do some work for you. Very lucky on that for Rumn, but he'll be on down to the basement to himself. Oh, excuse me. Again, the scapular on Freak's side, so let's have more god items. Why not? No. But again, if he gets down to half a red heart, that's going to spawn one full blue soul heart for him. And again, that'll only happen once per room. Alright, we got Champion Famine on Freak's side, so we all know what to do. Let's greet him like he does to us and say, right back at him, if you would. Excuse me again, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry about my allergies whooping my butt. It's more the medicine doing it to me at this point, but seriously, I'm so sorry about those yawns. That is incredibly unprofessional of me. I'm so sorry. That should not be happening. Alright, so Rumm's still looking for another key here, and hopefully on his way over to his boss fight, he actually gets one to spawn. Otherwise, he's going to have to leave that item room behind. Wow, is that early for one of those champion mobs? Holy crap. Champion Tomato Mob. I hate those guys with a passion. Rumn did a great job taking that out. That is really early on a run to see one. And again, Rumm will be on to his second boss fight, so we got Monster on his side. Again, Freak already on down on his Caves 1. Alright, Rumm yet again with the pentagram. That'll give you more damage up, and again, an increased, I think it's like 20% extra chance of getting a devil deal. Yet another item room on Rumm's side, and again, no key at the moment. So again, Freak automatic, well, not automatically, immediately finding his boss fight here in Caves 1. Ooh, about a dime, I love that sound. So Rumm up to 12 cents on his side. And again, Freak gonna go find that item room before he worries about the boss fight. He's got the rusted key, so that's more chance of key spawns at the end of the room, and also out of chests. For that matter, out of item rocks as well. I always seem to forget about those, but yeah, the item rocks are affected by those items. So like I said, there's another key for him. Again, that might have been in there in the first place, might not have been though. You never know. It's that extra % chance, and you can get extra items again. So let's see, speaking of extra items, Freak can, well, also put out a poop and got a penny out of it, so second time in the same race we've seen those be useful. Either way, excuse me again, sorry about that. Either way though, Freak picking up the bomb bag, every couple of rooms that he clears out, will give him a free bomb or two.
Excuse me again, sorry about that. So anyways, Freak fighting off Fistula here. Just about done with the fight, and again, that one last enemy to kill. And that attack flight did a ton of work for him. Rumm's got himself an XL Caves floor, so he's found one of the 2 item rooms. He'll get 2 back-to-back boss fights also somewhere along the line here. But again, Freak moving on down to his Caves 2. Let's see, this room with Little Kishes, nothing real scary here. New item room for Freak. Abel once again showing up. Might as well. It's a little bit more damage, and it's more than Freak had all of the last round for damage up, so I guess he might as well. But Abel will call it kind of mimic what you do, except do the exact opposite, so he's really mirroring it, if nothing else. Again, notice Freak shooting down, Abel shooting up. Freak moving left, Abel moving right. So on and so forth. Yep, and that's what you gotta do exactly, Bystro. It's like, for the second time in a row, Freak is not getting items that you really, really want, for example. But again, you gotta make do with something at some point. There are limits to how much you really can reset before it's just like, screw it, I'm only gonna get what I'm gonna get, and you just have to kind of go with your run. Alright, soul hearts for both, and again, both moving on. Still just looking for item. Well, again, take that back. Freak has found his item room on Caves 1. Rumn looking for one more item room, and both of his boss fights still to finish off the caves. Freak just needs a boss fight at this point to finish his off. Yeah, let's see, possible moon strats? Might as well. Okay, what the hell song is that dude outside is playing? Because the words to what seemed like the chorus were Polo Grande. And I know what that means. So, what? Okay, I don't want to know. I don't think I want to know. Question was really rhetorical. I don't want the answer. But what the hell? Arise, chicken, arise. I was waiting for it. You say funny thing in my language. Alright, so I'm using the Emperor's card. That'll be Horror Babylon damage for the Gertie fight that he's in. And again, Champion Gertie, she's what we like to call Tankin' Gertie because she's got a lot of extra health. Yeah, I more power to you. Listen to whatever you want to, but what the hell lyrics are you listening to in that song would be my first question into you. I mean, I understand, like, songs telling stories and stuff, but, like, what the hell story involves a large chicken? And again, don't answer that. I don't want to know. Anyways, we got chat on both sides here. Again, for both of their Caves 2 fights, as Rumn already finished off the first of his 2 boss fights. They'll wind up with Little Chad, same thing that Video Game Freak has got. Every couple of rooms that you clear, that'll wind up spawning a half a red heart for you. Super Chicken, go! And no, the music did not go da 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 da. That was not the song, guys. It's the story of Foghorn Leghorn. I say. Back in my day. Sorry, Rumn. Didn't mean to make you laugh. Sorry. Anyways, like I said, little chat will be the reward for Rumn here as well. He'll be on down to his depths momentarily as Freak is. And again, Freak with the item already out of, well, item room, I should say, already out of his depths. Won a little bit of an advantage. We'll call it about half a floor here. Alright, there's a little chat. And again, moving on down. So, excuse me, Necropolis level on the right side is the expansion version of the floor for Rumn. So a few tougher enemies, possibly tougher room layouts as well. Mostly just gotta worry about the enemies. If you start finding masks and hearts, start crying. Literally, because that's how you make damage in this game. But I meant literally start crying because you're probably going to. I hate those enemies so much. And you'll see them everywhere here. Alright, so Rumn again with that all around, hey, I need my health back build. Where he's got both a relic and a little Chad behind him. So you saw 2 hearts and a soul heart spawn out of that room. Can't really ask for more. Good way to get full healed every time. Jackal. Holy crap, thank you, Babs. Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me at least, but thank you very much. Because I know that reverts, or diverts, I guess is the word, away from the page when you do that, but hopefully you hear me, and thank you very much, Sacred. I'm scared. Jesus. See what I do? I invert letters, guys. I'm dyslexic with letters, too. So, seriously, thank you very much, Scared. Thank you. And again, going way above and beyond on that. Yeah, welcome to the Catnip Fueling Army, which means start feeding the cat catnip. Alright, so Freak finding his boss fight here in Depths 1. Oh god, no, don't even ever say that again, Sake. Don't ever mention, I'm not even going to say it out loud on the offhand chance Edmund hears me, so no, don't ever do that. We do not need those. It's probably the first thing that people think of. We see the first and the last letter, and in your mind you're going to put everything else together, assuming that it's spelled relatively close to the word that you're thinking of. So I can totally understand that you get called Sacred quite a bit. It's just one of those things where your mind just goes like, oh, Sacred Heart, oh, we'll call him Sacred. Like, no. Maybe an Isaac's stream, but that doesn't mean that everybody's name relates to the items, Crumbs. Like, so I'm going to have one of those days, but I'll catch on, I swear. Thank you very much, though, Scared. Again, thank you, man. And again, we got Demon Baby on Rumm's side, so anything that gets close to it, not yet, but right about now, there you go. You see those little homing red tears, actually. They're, I don't want to call them homing, but they're pretty damn close to it. And again, Freak fighting off the champion and way annoying version of Monstro 2 that jumps a lot. But he finishes it off, a little bit more health up, a little bit of health replenishment. And let's see, was there anything else out on that floor? Oh, there is a jackpot machine. A little too far away. Freak's only got the 1 penny, and he's just going to say screw it and move on down to the depths, too. What's up, Ruza? How you doing tonight? Well, like I said, I like to get people's names right, too, though, Scared, so I will make dang sure in my head to not do that to you again. But it's the least I can do, right? Awesome, good to see you tonight, man. So welcome in. We got ourselves in the, well, for anybody just joining in, might as well explain it too. And we're in the second race of a best 2 out of 3 here between New York Video Game Freak and Rumn, and these have been dang good up to this point. I don't want to say these, this is only the second race, but these have been damn close. Rumm has been doing some straight up comeback runs tonight. Like, big time. He died in the very first run that he had on Caves 2, I believe it was. And pretty much right after that, like, immediately caught back up to Video Game Freak and stayed neck and neck with him the rest of that run up until the very end. I mean, that was good. So we had a dang close race. Freak got no damage up on his build. He never died, but he never got damage up, so it took forever for him to get through that Mom's Heart fight. And again, speaking of Mom's fights, we got Mom's Foot showing up for Freak. He's going to go find that item room first, though, because, again, you cannot leave that Mom's Heart... Or, dang it, did it again. Mom's Foot fight. You cannot leave because the doors won't open up, so unless you have a way to teleport out, you're stuck in there with only the way down to the womb afterwards. So if you want your item, get it first. You're in flaming poop. Hey, call this shit poop. The item's called Ding Dong Ditching. It's just a doorbell that you pick up and literally you drop a flaming pile of poop on the ground for the monster to run over and try to stomp out. At which point he realizes what it is, smells his shoe, and just dies. That'd be a great item. I'd pick that up every time. You call this shit poop. See, this is why I don't make video games, guys, because I'd pull these stupid ideas out and whoever was programming it would just be like, you're an ass. You know that? Like, I'm not doing that and you're an ass. Oh, that was the idea, Coasty. That was a straight-up quote out of, I think it was Billy Madison. That was one of those movies out of the 90s for him. Or 2000s, whenever the hell those were made. But yeah, it was a straight quote out of one of those. Alright, so Rumn actually tried to do a very good thing there and use the Crack the Sky against the Bloat. Problem is, Bloat decided, screw this, I'm jumping. You have no chance to hit me while I'm in the air, so that backfired. Again, didn't really backfire, didn't hurt him at all, but certainly didn't help Rumn, that's for certain. But again, yet another Bloat fight here. I hate this fight so much. Ace of Spades, not a bad thing. More card spawns, the bad thing is that damn Bloat fight. Jeez Louise, that thing is evil. So Rumn all the way back to the beginning. Ew, Bloat, ew! Exactly the way. So let's see, Freak gonna try some moon strats here. Ooh, into it. Oh, God. Alright, well, at least this is probably going to break over to what will be the boss fight or the item. Well, again, the item room is what I meant to say, not the boss. He knows where that is. But mini boss room here. So, again, we knew that the store was an actual store, so it was a pretty good chance there was a mini boss fight somewhere on this floor for Freak. And he's found it here with Sloth. Super Sloth, to be exact. Hey, Shibu. How you doing? It's sponsored by Michael Bay. Michael Bay Explosions. Eyes Explosions. What's that you want to cry to? Explosions! Alright, Freak finishing off, excuse me, his mini-boss fight there. Gets Bob's Rotten Head. Or, excuse me, Bob's Curse. I'm terribly sorry, I said that totally wrong. That's going to add poison effect to all bombs that Freak and any enemies use. But again, don't have to worry too much about the poison from enemy bombs. But again, 5 free bombs. He's up to 6 now, thankfully. There's that item room finally showing up for him as well. But again, that poison will actually really help out against boss fights for Freak. Yeah, Bob's Curse Explosions! Alright, so final item will be Little Steve following around Video Game Freak, shooting out base damage homing tears. So quite a little bro. Epic Fetus, my type of item. So, really? Freak opened up one of those locks on the way into a gambling machine there, and if you didn't notice, a dime popped out. Wow. So I guess if you want to gamble, that would be your time. Like, good lord, that money right there. Morning, cat. Love how my cat wakes up, meows at me once, and then just immediately moves. I'm awake. Okay, moving. Ah, the immediate food. Ah, to the life of a cat. If only. Oh, how did Mom's foot not hit that item rock? Holy crap, Freak got kind of screwed there. There we go, that'll do it. That's what he was looking for. So 2 more soul hearts for Freak. Very nice. Didn't even have to use a bomb there. Got Mom's foot to do it for him. Well, hell, let's just go the full 9. Let's add the sharks with the frickin' lasers. Also, on that note, Rumm's got a Judgy Please. Let's hear one of those if you guys would. He's also got Bloody Lust. That's a good one. Book of Revelations will spawn 1 soul heart for him every time he uses that. And looks like he's going to consider it. Yep, he will take it. So probably lots of horseman fight for, or horseman fights, plural, for Rumn as well. He's basically force spawned one here on this floor, so I can pretty much tell you right now, let's all say... Preemptive A. The famine, if you guys would. Because he's definitely showing up. If not, it's the Headless Horseman. And I'm really going to hope for Rumn that that is not the Headless Horseman fight in that boss fight. So let's hope to God that that's famine. Alright, Freak just about done with this Mom's Foot. There we go. A little bit of health up for him. Polaroid choice if he wants it. Does have that half heart. He was considering it, but going to pass on with the Ace of Spades, hoping for more card spawns. And Curse lost more extra rooms added onto this floor. But again, Freak just looking for boss fight now. There's no item rooms and no stores in the womb. And speaking of Bob's Curse, how about we get that for Rumn as well? So 5 more bombs, he's up to 6, and also gets poison added to every single bomb in the game. Well, we're going to find out in the next room, their sake. Curse open, but it might have been a curse, might not have been. We'll see. Alright, Samson's Lock, random chance that you're actually going to... Wow, now we got to see if that actually will double up. Hey, it is famine, what do you know? Everybody, you already said it. Beside the point, though, like I was asking, Rumn has got he's got both Bloody Lust, or Blood Rage, and Samson's Lock, which is the mini random version of it, so I wonder if you can actually get the stat increase from both of those. I'm gonna have to test that Week 14 now. Yet another thing to add to the Week 14 myth busting. Alright, Freak not actually gonna play this Heart Machine. Gee, I'm let down by this, man. You didn't want a blood bag, Freak? You really didn't want a free, well, free pretty much, one-use blood bag, dude? Jeez, I'm let down. For those who don't know, Freak for the second time this year pulled out a one-use blood bag in the first round, which was quite clutch, I might add, too. So I figured I'd give him a little bit of crap there. Wow, all of them disappear the second he places a bomb down. That room is just trolling the crap out of Freak right now. Alright, a little more health up, and again, any red rock in the womb can actually be an item rock. No such luck there for Freak, but he tried. And on in, we got War this time. Oh, excuse me. No, it wouldn't shock me. We actually found out that both of the dead birds can spawn. So the one off of the trinket and the actual dead bird. Wow, that came back into the room? What the hell is with that scythe? That was a hell of a bounce that thing took. That was way off the screen and suddenly decided, boomerang time. That might be actually one of our donation incentives sake. We were talking about that one, like some of the different ways that we could do, like, all right, what are some of the trollingest ways that we could do a race between 2 people during Week 14? And we figured that, you know, like getting donation incentives up, kind of like Summer Games Done Quickly did. For those who don't know, by the way, we're going to do a charity marathon here Week 14 because Week 14 takes place during PAX Prime. So all of our, well, not all of our racers, quite a few of our racers are going. And rather than putting them through hell of trying to, you know, line up a time where they can actually meet up with their opponent and, you know, pull off a race on really crappy hotel internet, we just said the hell with it. We're postponing it a week, so consider it the All-Star break in Week 14. But we're going to do some Isaac myth busting here during that marathon as well. And like we were saying, pretty much any type of, you know, like, and we'll open it up for questions too. Like, you know, okay, can you add damage to bombs with this? Or, you know, does Dr. Fetus get damage up with damage up items? Things of that nature. We'll test it all for you. But again, that'll be August 30th, which is that Friday. We're going from the normal Isaac hours here. So Isaac 30th at 6 p.m. We'll try that again. August 30th at 6 p.m. is when we start, and we'll go all the way through that Monday. God knows what time, but we'll go through Monday like we normally would with the league here. So basically, same type of thing going on, except it'll be 24 hours a day, and it'll be the Isaac Racers themselves actually trying to raise some money with me for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So it should be a damn good time. But yeah, we'll set up some trolling races in there too, like the Ipecac My Reflection. We'll do the donation incentives kind of the same way. So like if anybody donates, and you put a note on there that says like, okay, apply this to, you know, Gambit Racing Crumps with Ipecac My Reflection or whatever. And if we meet any of those specific goals off of the donations spread out across the days when we come up to those specific casts, then we'll do those things. Because we'll get all sorts of trolling stuff up and running. Yeah, Isaac 30th at 8 August PM. Yeah, that's a time. Totally. Alright, strength card on Freak side again is +1 to all stats for him. Oh, you want to know some real fun? You get all the damage up that you can in the game and have Brimstone, you do 320 some odd damage a tick. And it does 2 ticks. So remember that, you're doing about 650 damage with 1 shot of Brimstone if you have every damage up item in the game. And yes, we've tested that, but we'll show you exactly what it does. It fucking melts anything. It's hysterical. Ooh, decision time on Freaks here. That Joker card would actually give him away directly down to hell if he wanted it, but he's going to pass and just look for his mom's heart fight here in the womb, too. I can't really blame him. Shale's not really a fun place, and I know Freak is not very practiced at it, so I don't see that ever happening on his side. Oh, snap. Maestro's got some stuff to give away during that marathon, too. I'm sure we'll see plenty of that, too. Don't misunderstand me. I know a couple of our racers have some stuff that they want to get rid of. I know I got some extra stuff, too, so there'll be some giveaways, too. Some definite donation incentives. And that's for the people donating. I mean, not for... That came out wrong. Let me rephrase that. If you donate, basically, I'm sure it'll be, you know, we'll have something up at the end for that, too. And, you know, obviously, like, we'll have random giveaways throughout it as well, so... Alright, Demon Baby to start off Rumm's new run here. And Freak's still just searching. Ooh, yet another dead end. Still just searching for that boss fight at the end of his wound, too. And these rooms are a pain in the butt to dodge, but Freak doing a great job up to that point. And if you guys haven't seen it, by the way, we already have the title card for Isaac Mythbusters. It's damn good. It's so damn good. All we need to do is convince, let's see, what do we have, 3 females in the league? Who wants to be Carrie? Because we definitely know who Jamie is. That's Awakened Smoke. That one was long since written in stone. That's our Jamie. So that ain't even a question. So we need an Adam and we need a Carrie. Oh, go right ahead, Hacksaw. Go right ahead, dude. Yeah, for those that haven't seen it, Hacksaw's going to link it up. I freaking love that title card. Alright, we got Game Kit on Rumm's side, and again, you can see that'll, well, you don't see it yet. That'll wind up turning you into Pac-Man, allow you to chomp all your enemies to death, and if you do eat them, you got about a 50% chance that heals you for half a red heart. How many parades do we have ready? Awaken has one, don't worry. He's actually got the full-on Jamie Heineman outfit ready. So Awaken's definitely your Jamie Heineman out of the group. We just, like I said, we need Adam Savage and we need Carrie. I don't really care about Grant and Tori, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, it is Tori, isn't it? Personal. I like him and all, but Carrie. Ooh, that well-timed strength card is the only thing that kept Freak alive right there. Whew. So the +1 to all stats was the only reason the Freak survived that room. Where are we going to go back to? Eesh. I guess random pill at this point. Pretty much have to. Oh god, and they're telepills. That's not what Freak wanted. Oh, Jesus. And thank you, Cuban Meat, blocking that shot, but not that one. Ouch. Alright, so if Wolf and Mosk are watching, you guys are going to be delayed too. Racers, we're going to need to discuss this because, seriously, we pushed it to 2 hours because it was getting way too close with the 1 hour mark, because obviously that's just not a feasible thing, but I don't want to have to push this to 3 hours, so when we all get down to the womb, can we stop putting our heads up our asses, please? I don't mean to be a complete dick on this one, but, like, seriously, we need to quit freaking out when we get to the womb. It is not that scary, guys. It's a womb. It's a level in the game. Alright, Guardian Angel for freaking his curse room yet again. Let's just go into curse rooms and grab every single god item humanly possible. The only thing Freak hasn't seen god item-wise tonight, I believe, is the Sacred Heart. I honestly think that's the only one he hasn't. Let me think about this real quick. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I don't think there's any other items that could have possibly shown up in a god room at this point. No, he didn't get Fate. That's called Transcendence, guys. Fate only comes out of locked chest. Ooh, Freak actually gonna take number one. That's kind of risky. With no range, you're gonna have to faceplant everything now, so that's really risky on his side. Love how people always make those offhand assumptions about me. Y'all don't know me well. Just say Mystere may be wrong. Alright, a little bit of health up and damage up on Freak's side. He'll be moving on down to his caves. So again, same floor Rumm's on. Rumm's in his boss fight already, though. And again, tanking Gertie for, I believe, the third time today. He's seen specifically tanking Gertie. Not just Gertie, but tanking Gertie on Rumm's side. Yeah, I see what you did this here. And go back to what I was saying about the whole, like, death in the womb thing. This goes into the playoffs, too, like, especially for some of the people that are like, borderline of getting into the playoffs. You're dying in the playoffs, you're one and done. I'll flat out tell you right now, you die in the playoffs, you ain't winning. So it's a big thing, like, our racers really have to start busting ass right about now if they're going to prove themselves playoff time or get in the first place. Because at this point, the people that are getting really close are starting to practice hard. And if you're going to die at any point, you're screwed. Especially, God forbid, like, you go up against Cobalt and you die once, ask anybody that's done that against him. How many people have beaten him when they've died? Oh, nobody? Yeah, there you go. Alright, so we got Duel and Mr. Booms now. Again, Rumn not going to take that. I'll take Game Kid over that almost any day of the week. Because I just got Twitter bombed with people calling me an asshole for calling out my racers for that. Allow me to explain something. They're also pushing back the next race right now, so again, there's a race that's supposed to start up pretty soon. If they don't finish in 27 minutes, that postpones 2 people's schedules right now. So again, yeah, it's actually holding up other people at that point too, so it's a full-on respect thing of like everybody at that point, that everybody knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? And then there's my side. I casted for 13.5 hours yesterday. I've been on for 7 already. Because in the last 2 weeks, I've seen some really questionable decisions made and some really stupid face planning going on too. So it's, I mean, I'm just saying, like, as a fair word of warning, anybody considering getting into the playoffs might want to never put your head up your ass during a race. Because it will come back to haunt you. My jaw. Oh. If you guys heard that popping noise, that was my left side of my jaw. Oh god, that hurt. Yeah, that's a good point. Isaac's flying around with no body and attacking with number 1. Question. Where, you know what? No, don't. Just don't answer. Don't. Just, we're good. We're good here. Anyways, Freak picking up Shoop to Whoop as well, so he's got that one-time use of Brimstone whenever he uses that space use item. And again, Rumn on down to his depths. Got an Necropolis version, so again, expansion version of the floor. And you see Pete floating around doing some damage for him. That might actually hit the Headless Horseman there. There we go, very nice. I swear, Rumn gets good timing on those pop-ups. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that room. Is there anywhere Rumn could have walked there that was safe? Holy crap. Every single one of those shot at the exact same time. How is that fair? Okay, that straight up turned into Toho, like, straight up bullet hell for Rumn on that one. He was taking damage one way or the other. Now, let's see, second time tonight now, Rumn picking up the quarter to put himself over 40 cents. So that's kind of weird. Second time that an item room has been the quarter, and both times pushing him over 40 cents. But again, immediately on over to his boss fight here in Depths 1 as well. And again, we'll see these pinky shears that Freak just picked up using this next room. It would cut your body off from the rest of your head if you had a body, but in this case it just actually gives you a body to run around the room damaging everything that it walks into. So again, with that time and a half damage multiplier as well for Freak. And he's just going to rip on through Gertie here. Again, Rumm's just about done with the war, so he's going to wind up with 1 cube of meat floating around. And that'll block shots and damage anything it walks into. What's up, Mugen? How you doing? Alright, Rumm on into his store immediately here on the depths. Had plenty of money for it, but no such luck. So last store, nothing doing. So Rumm will hang on to all 43 cents. He may actually pick up some more at the end of this here, too. Worst comes to worst, that'll be a Steam sale that drops off Agreed, which will do absolutely no good for him. Lo and behold. Lo and behold, Steam sale, 50% off anything in the stores from here on. Oh, there are no more stores for Rumn. Dang it. Yep, exactly what you do, Card. Basically, with that donation thing at the bottom of the page, if you want any donation to go directly to the BOILeR prize pool, which again, for those that don't know, we got $822 in there, not counting anything from today. I haven't looked yet, because that's just not me. I'm not like, must go check donations now. Oh my god, so-and-so donate. I hate that shit. So I never call people out, honestly, like, especially right as they're doing it, so don't worry about that stuff. But if you want to donate to the BOILeR prize pool for the racers themselves, for whoever makes it into the playoffs, basically, if you want to use that donate button down at the bottom, just add a note on it that says BOILeR anywhere in there. Unless it's something like, oh, I love BOILeR, blah, 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 then I'm going to assume it's for me. If it flat out says just BOILeR, or says apply this to the BOILeR prize pool, or BOILeR prize money, anything of that nature, I apply it straight to the BOILeR prize pool, and all of our racers know how much it is. It's all sitting in my PayPal account, so nobody's going to, you know, fuck with it or anything. So it's all sitting there. You guys get updated on it every day, too, so... Again, though, that is literally all off of donations that you guys have put in so far. But again, always appreciate it. If for whatever reason you want to, though, seriously, just put something that says BOILeR in there. I'll know exactly where to apply the money. How many times have I ever answered somebody that asked for a shout out? When have you ever seen me do that? Alright, small rock on Rumm's side adds to his damage and fire rate, also drops him 1 speed. And Freak on down to depths 2 has that Emperor card still sitting in his hand, so he's going to really hope that he gets an XL floor in the womb. Emperor card is a direct teleport to your boss fight. Alright, so both finding their last item rooms here. Rumn got himself, and passed on it, mind you, the Doctor's Remote, which would have been, oh my god, which would have been a one-time use of Dr. Fetus, or Epic Fetus, excuse me. But not quite the same as the one on the left. I think the stab party might be about to begin. Yeah, Freak's got himself Mom's knife, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. So that's a bit of a damage increase there. That's actually a huge damage increase. You'll see Freak can basically just stab things or launch that knife forward. Alright, so Rumn into his Red Mom's foot fight. Excuse me, and again, he's got a Chariot card, which is one-time use of the Unicorn Horn. And there you see that Game Kid usage, so you see Pac-Man chomping around. There's a Chariot card as well. Ooh, and Rumn down, ouch. And again, those one-use blood machines. This freak wound up with the IV bag out of that. That would have given him more coins for hard usages. Oh, excuse me. And here you see the fun of it. Wow, I love that twitching too by Freak. That actually is helping him out considerably as that's doing more damage. I never even knew that was a thing. Huh. Alright, even quicker way to kill Mom's foot. Huh. Interesting. We're gonna have to use that wiggle more often, I think. Freak on down into the womb. And again, let's see. Will he use that Emperor card now? He's gonna wait till the next floor, it looks like. Getting a little bit more of a heal out of the center. He's had nothing but empty rooms so far. There we go, his first enemies finally. And again, Rumn with his first item room, gonna wind up with Spoonbender. That'll be homing shots for the remainder of his run. Excuse me. Thank you, Gar. Thank you, thank you. And again, way above and beyond, I'm sure, and believe me, the racers thank you for that one more than I do, obviously. So, seriously, thank you very much, though. That means a lot to me because that's helping them out in the process, too. Oh, excuse me. Alright, Steven down. Oh, finally! So Steven, the damage tumor, shows up. Rumn is getting all these damage up items off of boss fights. Like, he may as well just skip item rooms completely and just go for the boss fight items. Those seem to be so much better for him today. Unbelievable. So even more damage up. That's one of the rarer items, honestly. Wow, my cast is on a gigantic freaking delay. Holy shit. Excuse me again. And for about the 5th time in this race, which is beyond my limit, let's all say hey to Famine. Alright, so keeping me for Rumn as usual. And another immediate item room for him with the Anarchist Cookbook, so random bomb spawns across the room. And Freak's come across his first boss fight here in the womb himself. Ooh, green bloat once again, though. This time should be a little bit less of a concern. There you see almost 50% damage with one throw of the knife. How about another 50%? And that should about kill it. So a little bit of fire rate increase, a little bit of heal for Freak. And again, he'll be moving on down to the womb too, where he's got that Emperor card. Pop the Q button right on into your mom's heart fight. So he'll be looking for a 2-0 win here. And again, looking to maintain the lead on the AFC East as Trainwreck JP, his closest competitor, has already won his makeup match this week, I should say. So again, he is 7-4. Freak looking to move to this. Shoot, did I get that number right? Hold on, let me make sure. Yep. So JP Trainwreck's already 7-4. Video Game Freak looking to move to the same record here and actually take the lead of the division back. So that knife shot right there is going to do it for him. How about a Sun card just in case? That would have been